Hare Krishna. Good morning, dear devotees. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Sorry for the delay. There was a technical problem. Had to get repaired. I think everything is working. You can hear me? Yes? Okay. And you can see me. That was the problem. The video wasn't working. It's working. Okay. Thank you. We're reading from Brhad Bhagavatamrita, Volume 3, Chapter 5. Today we're beginning with text 74. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I'm going to do a few verses because they're all interconnected. Saprema Bhakti Paramanukulam Dainyam Mahapuštikaram Sadava Tasyapi Tat Prema Vibhavanelam Bhoga Kula Gram Yavaharajatam. You always live in utter humility, which most favorably nourishes devotion in pure love. And the Lord's pastimes of seeming absorbed in worldly pleasure amply evoke such love. Commentary. In Vaikuntha, the Lord and his devotees have purely spiritual bodies with which to enjoy transcendental reciprocations. But when Krishna descends to the material world, he seems to have the body of an ordinary human being. And that is even more conducive to the full blossoming of Prema Bhakti. In Vaikuntha, Lord Narayan expands unlimited opulence. But on earth, Krishna acts even more wonderfully by simply being the friend of his devotees and satisfying them in every possible way. Narada here congratulates the Lord's devotees for their humility, which more than anything else helps them achieve all success in loving devotional service. Text 75. Premodrika paripaka mahima kena vanyatam ya kuryat paramesham tam sadbandhum ivalaukikam. Who can describe the greatness of the mature perfection of love of God, which makes the Supreme Lord act like an ordinary good friend? Commentary. The Supreme Lord's appearance as a cowherd boy in Gokula is no false trick of Maya. It is the highest truth, manifest in response to the purest forms of absolute love. The mature stage of prema, shared by Krishna and his devotees in Gokula, is beyond the power of words to describe. It is so exalted that it impels the Lord to forget his supremacy and behave like an ordinary person to fulfill the desires of his devotees. This marvel cannot be an illusion created by Maya, because the Maya of the material world has no power to delude either Krishna or his devotees. Text 76. Aho laukika sadbandhu bhavam cha stamiyena hi Gaudavadya vilopena Krishne sat prema tanyate. Oh, let me praise Krishna's mood as an ordinary friend, which does away with the respect and reverence of his devotees and expands their pure love for him. Commentary. After hearing what Narada has just said, some Vaishnavas may remain doubtful, thinking that love of God can develop to its full potential only by specific knowledge of the Supreme Lord's greatness, not by conceptions of him in worldly relationships, such as that of a son. In fact, such devotees might argue that to view the personality of Godhead in such relationships is a serious error. After all, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's own father, Shri Vasudeva, prayed, Tate katom smyaranam adyapadara vindam apana sangshriti bhaya paham arta bandho itavatalam alam indriyala lasena matyamadriktvayi pare yad apatya buddhi. Therefore, O friend of the distressed, I now approach your lotus feet for shelter, the same lotus feet that dispel all fear of worldly existence for those who have surrendered to them. Enough with hankering for sense enjoyment, which makes me identify with this mortal body and think of you, the Supreme, as my child. In this prayer, Vasudeva begs to be relieved of the delusion that compels him to imagine that God is his son. Vasudeva might be advised, you are very happy, so why are you complaining? But he counters this idea by describing his pitiable confusion, in which out of greed for sense enjoyment, he thinks that he is the body and that the Supreme Lord is his son. Vasudeva also tells Krishna in the Vishnu Purana, Sapanavam mamamano yad etat tvayi jayate devakyas chat maja pritya tad atyanta vidambanam. That both Devaki and I are bewildered into loving you like our own child is so absurd. Vasudeva feels he should be the butt of jokes for daring to consider the Supreme Lord his son. But here Narada explains that this exceptional attitude and behavior, even though they appear to follow the pattern of mundane human relationships, expand the limits of the most perfect love for Krishna. The key to understanding how this kind of devotional service works is to comprehend that it does away with the restrictions of respect, fear, and reverential faith toward the Supreme Lord. Awe and reverence may be indispensable in Vaikuntha, but they only inhibit the expression of prema between Krishna and his intimate devotees. This has already been discussed in Sri Brhad Bhagavatamrita and will be made even clearer later on. Gopakumar understands from what Narada has said that the most beneficial and sensible thing to do is whatever will strengthen one's pure love for the personality of Godhead. Shri Vasudeva was lamenting because he had focused his attention on the idea that the Lord was his son, rather than simply act in affection for him, like Sri Nanda and Yasoda. Or alternatively, Vasudeva is an extremely humble Vaishnava, suffered from the self-dissatisfaction that naturally arises when bhakti becomes intense. He is, of course, a perfect devotee who has all the Lord's blessings. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chaksho Unminitam Dina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ukam Karoti Vachalam Bhangam Langayate Garim Yat Kripa Tamaham Bande Shri Gurundina Taranam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavari Paschachade Shatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Narada Muni is speaking. For the benefit of Gopakumar, speaking to Uddhava, glorifying the characteristics of such great devotees such as Uddhava, who Narada considers to be superior to himself because of his level of prema. And therefore, in a previous verse, when Narada Muni had requested Uddhava to expand on the topics which would be most beneficial for Gopakumar to hear, Uddhava, out of his natural humility, felt himself unworthy to expand on such topics, considered himself to be inferior because he was a Kshatriya and therefore unfit to speak about such topics. And of course, Narada's reaction to that is just see that you think yourself that way. And Uddhava's response was, well, how can I help but think this way when even Krishna himself thinks himself to be a Kshatriya and behaves in identity or identification which is seems to be human-like. And not only human-like, but seems to be, in his dealings with others, to be like an ordinary human being in his dealings as well. And when Narada heard this, he became very ecstatic. And his response to that was, just see the amazing charm and glory of Krishna's pastimes. And just see in those pastimes how seriously committed his devotees are to serving him and him alone. And then Narada also glorifies Krishna by saying that it's very curious that this Lord plays in the highest abode above Vaikuntha, the same way as in the world of mortals. For what reason? To satisfy his devotees. And we talked about last week how experienced devotees like me are bewildered and make us wonder where Krishna is, who he's dealing with in this transcendental realm of Dwarka. We don't know if we're in the spiritual world or if we're in the world of mortals. And the reason he felt it was quite fitting is because, as we talked about last week also, is that whether in the spiritual world or in the world of mortals, the dealings that Krishna has with his associates are the same. The loving reciprocal relationships, Krishna reciprocating with the loving affection of his devotees who have the mood of friendship. Speaking specifically about friendship in these verses, but he's also speaking about parental affection too. And he's speaking about other relationships that exist in the transcendental realm. And he's describing that characteristic is that of the Lord is that the Lord's pastimes of seemingly absorbed in worldly pleasure amply evoke such love. Why are they described as worldly pleasure? We know that Krishna never engages in worldly pleasure. But it appears to be worldly pleasure because Krishna is taking the position of an ordinary human being. And he seems to be relishing certain types of exchanges, such as being the son and being treated with parental affection by his mother and father, seems to be relishing friendly relationships, which may seem to be like ordinary human dealings between friends, playing, as we've many times referred to the verses of Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Kaviraj Goswami explains Krishna's characteristic of his friendly dealings with his cowherd boyfriends are such that they have no awe and reverence for him, and they jump on his back and play with him like an ordinary friend. Never concerned whatsoever of conceiving of their friend as God, but only friend. It seems like, and someone, as Sanatana Goswami, someone may challenge that it seems that's inferior to somebody who has knowledge of Krishna as God. And somebody may even use Vasudeva himself and use his expression, which he described in the Srimad Bhagavatam, is that by quoting that verse, he's saying that I'm thinking of you as my son. And because I'm thinking of you, of my son, it may put me in the bodily concept of life. And because how can you be my son and I be your father? And how should I be in the bodily concept of life? In my dealings with you, I may become affected by this and become identifying with my senses as well. And maybe I'll suffer consequences because of this bodily conception of life, because you're God. I should never think of you as my son. And why should this kind of mentality manifest in me, which could potentially endanger me by putting me in this feeling of enjoyment of this bodily relationship? So somebody may say, and use this verse as evidence, that there's a higher is to have knowledge of God's divinity, of Krishna's divinity, and therefore they may challenge such statements that Krishna's dealings, human-like dealings with his devotees, are actually superior and should be sought after, should be aspired for, sought after, and in all respects should become the ultimate aspiration of a devotee, to forget Krishna's divinity and to become completely free from all awe and reverence, and to be engaged in spontaneous, affectionate devotion, affectionate relationship with Krishna as a friend, or as a lover, or as a son. And I was going to read, there's some very nice verses in Lord Brahma's prayers in the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 14, which Lord Brahma, in his prayers to the Lord, he's speaking in this way, glorifying the residents of Brhad. He's glorifying them as being superior because they have this type of affection, and he knows he doesn't have it. He understands that he's simply a demigod. His position can never be in any way compared to the devotees in Vrindavan. And in the glorification of the devotees in these few prayers, few verses, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur takes the opportunity, as he always does, to expand on it in his in a way to help us understand the superiority of the Lord's inclination to reciprocate with his devotees in Braj in a way that even he forgets his own divinity and relishes being like an ordinary human. Specifically, in one of the prayers that we'll be speaking about is how Krishna wanted so much to reciprocate with the loving affection with the Gopas and elderly gopis in Braj, that who had these feelings of parental affection towards Krishna, and they wanted a way to express this parental affection towards Krishna. So one of the purposes why Brahma Vimohan Alila, as we spoke about in the past, one of the purposes why Brahma Vimohan Alila was manifest is because Krishna wanted to give the elderly gopis, and he wanted to give the cows the opportunity to offer their milk to him, which in itself seems like a very human-like exchange, and which is quite different from the kind of exchanges one may expect to see in Vaikuntha, where there are no such relationships between the residents of Vaikuntha and the Lord. There, the enjoyment is always full opulences. The Lord's always great, always manifests himself as the supreme great in a kingly way, and all others are subservient to him. But yet we see that this prayer, or we will hear about, in Lord Brahma, we see that the Lord becomes very human-like. And the Lord's pastimes, he's so seemingly absorbed in worldly pleasure. Worldly pleasure. Like he wants to relish the milk offered by the cows and the cowherd women. And of course, sometimes we may think about this kind of experience as know that it's completely transcendental, but somebody may look at it as those who are just described, who may challenge, as inferior. It's inferior because any kind of worldly or human-like exchange is inferior to the Lord's superior position of his greatness as God. And the servants of the Lord always worshiping him with prayers and awe and reverence. So I wanted to read, as I said, these verses, and we'll speak a little bit more using these verses as examples, and speak a little bit more, especially about this topic of Brahma Vimohana Lila. We've spoken about it quite extensively in the past, so I'll try not to repeat many of the topics about which we've spoken. But one of the topics that we spoke about in this connection last Sunday in our class with the Russian-speaking devotees, which became a very it became a very inspiring topic for discussion in my conversation with Shivaram Maharaj the other night, where we were taking advantage of these verses about which we spoke about, trying to understand how Krishna expands himself in so many forms to reciprocate with his devotees, such as he did in Brahma Vimohana Lila, such as he did as in Dwarka with all the queens in Dwarka. These two examples were given by Narada Muni in chapter 4 of Brhad Bhagavatamrita. But not only does he expand, but always remain one, even though he expands. And we've talked about this before, that he remains one because Krishna would never want to cheat his loving devotees by giving them an expansion of himself. By giving him an expansion of himself, then his devotees would feel like, how can I give him an expansion of myself? They love me so much, I have to give them myself completely. So he has to be himself completely with each and every one of his devotees. And we were speaking about this topic last week in relationship to Krishna and Dwarka. But we were also speaking about how Krishna also, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes as Achintya Shakti, that it's for anybody to, Achintya, of course, means inconceivable. It's an inconceivable potency. And anybody who tries to conceive, how is it that Krishna can be expanded in so many forms and yet always be the same in every form, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, yet doing different things at different times of the day, in different places. How put it together and try to conceptualize it, it's just not possible. But then take that even a step further, because what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur went on to explain was that not only does Krishna do it, but even Vasudeva and Devaki, they're also expanded and manifest in many of the palaces. And Uddhava is also, he was giving one example, it's given right in the Srimad Bhagavatam, when Narada Muni went into one palace, he saw Uddhava, he was playing dice with Krishna. And then when he went into another palace, Uddhava was giving consultation to Krishna. So he was doing something different, but it's the same Uddhava, but he was also manifesting. He was one, and he was the same, but yet apparently he's expanded into many different palaces, doing different things and reciprocating according to the particular pastime with Krishna. So Krishna invests his Achintya Shakti even into his devotees, so that they can also do that which he does, which is inconceivable, by manifesting themselves in many places. Although, as we spoke about last week, Vasudeva manifested in different places. Devaki, they were in many palaces, they were there, and they were observing Krishna's wedding ceremony, and in different, the wedding of his sons and children, and they were in many different places. And as we said, Uddhava was, and even Narada Muni was in different places. But one of the points that seemed to be described is that Krishna can expand himself unlimitedly, whereas his devotees also can expand themselves when Krishna invests achintya shakti, but only according to the need of the pastime. So there's some limits there. If it was needed to be unlimitedly, they would do it, but only according to the need of the pastime. So the word Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur uses, he says, in various palaces. He doesn't say in all the palaces. In various palaces, he saw Vasudeva and Devaki and Uddhava. And they are also expanded in a way similar to the way Krishna is expanded. And as we talked about in previous verses, when Gopakumara asked Narada, why am I seeing you here? Why am I seeing you there? Why am I seeing you at all the different places? And Narada said to Gopakumara, haven't I explained this to you before, Narada? That just as Krishna expands himself and manifests himself in various places to suit particular pastimes, his devotees can do it too. I've told you this before, and I'll explain it to you again. So he explained it again, and we've already talked about that. But another thing that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur brought out in the commentary, he said that even though Krishna was expanded in so many different places, he wasn't conscious that he was in the other places. He was only conscious of being with this devotee. And this is the point we were discussing the other night. Of course, it's the nature of prema. We've talked about it before. The nature of prema is such that Krishna becomes so much absorbed in the hearts of his devotees, of their loving devotional attitude towards him, he becomes covered and he forgets his divinity. And we've talked about that before, about his quality of mugdata and sarvagya, all-knowing simultaneously and bewildered. And I'm not going to go into that topic again. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains is that he wasn't conscious that he was in all the palaces. He wasn't conscious that for him, he was just there for his devotees. And the point that we were discussing the other night, we talked about a little bit last week also, that if Krishna is just there for his devotees, this means that his devotees must be just there for Krishna also. They can't just also be just expansions. They must be fully there for Krishna to want to give himself fully to them. I don't know if you've understood that point. If I went too far, I'll try to expand on and explain it a little bit more. That Krishna gives himself completely to those who have given their hearts to him in spontaneous devotional service. Completely, he comes completely subordinate to their desires, so much so that he gives himself fully to them. Nasadiyatu mam yogos nasankya dhamma Uddhava. We oftentimes quote that verse. He spoke to Uddhava, that the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotees brings me completely under my devotee's control. So, if Krishna is so completely under the control of Devaki or Uddhava in one particular place, and he's so completely under control of these same devotees in another place, means they must be fully there too. Otherwise, why would Krishna give himself fully to them unless they were fully there also? Inconceivable. But that's why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur brings out that point that Krishna is fully manifest he is the one supreme Lord, and or should I say, he is the one same supreme personality of Godhead wherever he is manifest, but according to the mood of the devotees with whom he is with, he reciprocates accordingly. And these verses that which we're speaking about right now, we're specifically speaking about friendship and parental affection. And Gopal Kumar is not going to get into anything beyond that just yet. He's simply speaking about friendship and parental affection. So I wanted to read these verses, as I said, 10th canto, chapter 14, beginning with Aho. It's interesting because the verse we just read in Brhad Bhagavatamrita also, text 76, Aho Laukika Sadbandhu. Aho is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that whenever Sukadeva Goswami uses this word aho, or Brahma uses the word aho, it's an exclamation that means, this is amazing. Aho. So, this is text 31. Ahoti Danya Vrajagoramanya Stanyamritam Pitam Ativate Muda Ya Samvibho Vatsat Sarat Majatmana Yat Triptaye Dhyapi Nachalam Advara. Lord Brahma is praying. O Almighty Lord, how greatly fortunate are the cows and ladies of Vrindavan, the nectar of whose breast milk you have happily drunk to your full satisfaction, taking the form of their calves and children. All the Vedic sacrifices performed from time immemorial up to the present day have not given you as much satisfaction. Because the verses we're speaking about is these devotees are giving Krishna so much pleasure. And you're also giving them full satisfaction too. Just as the elderly cowherd ladies, the elderly cowherd men, they wanted to experience this kind of a experience, the cows, and Krishna wanted to give it to them. So that's why he arranged the whole Brahma Vimohana Leela, is simply to give them the opportunity to do a human-like activity. So that Krishna could be their son, and they could offer their breast milk. The cows could offer their milk to Krishna. Of course, they never thought it was Krishna, they thought it was their calves. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is going to speak about this here. Brahma prayed, though totally unqualified, I have prayed to become your devotee. This was the previous verse, very well-known verse. Tarastu me nata saburi bhago, In the previous verse, he prays to Krishna. I pray to you that please just someday recognize me as your devotee. That's all. Whether it this life, some other life, whatever planet it may be, all I ask is, please just recognize me as your devotee. So Brahma prayed, though totally unqualified, I pray to you to become your devotee. If you wish, you may fulfill it. Certainly, it is not proper for me to pray to attain the elevated stage of your devotees engaged in the spontaneous attraction of Vatsalya Bhav and other moods. I can only praise them. This is expressed in 2 verses. Brahma prayed, the cows and gopis of Brhad are supremely fortunate. The word aho expresses extreme surprise. You, with your transcendental body, full of eternal bliss and knowledge, have taken the form of the cowherd boys and calves to drink the nectarian milk from their mother's breasts with extreme bliss. With each mouthful, you experienced ever-increasing bliss. In your form as calves, you could not even tolerate the time it took to milk the cows. Again, so eager. He was so eager. He was the calf. He was so eager to take the milk from the cows that they could not tolerate Krishna coming and the cowherd boys coming to milk the cows. Couldn't wait. Without taking the form of the cowherd boys, it would not have been possible to drink the milk of so many different mothers. O powerful one, you took many forms out of extreme greed to drink. Someone may challenge that. What is this greed to drink? How is this? How is this the highest manifestation? He has agreed to drink. He's very human-like, but he's so greedy. He wants to drink the milk from the breasts of the gopis, and he wants to drink the milk from the cows. It seems to be like very mundane. And why would God want to engage in such mundane affairs? And we heard challenges like this, of course, at Vaikuntha, when the Vaikuntha residents were chastising Gopakumar for his prayers. Why would God want to become a cowherd boy? And why are you glorifying him like this? They can't think that way. They think it's lesser, something lesser. It's almost like minimizing God. So, O powerful one, you took many forms out of extreme greed to drink. You could not even miss the nectar from one breast. Since they gave you such bliss, there is no doubt that the bodies of the cows and mothers were transcendental, full of eternal knowledge and bliss. All the Vedic sacrifices performed by myself, Shiva, and others from time immemorial up to the present day with perfect actions and mantra chanting have not given you as much satisfaction. This is the commentary on that particular reference. And now in the next verse, aho bhagyam, Nanda Gopa Prajalkasam, Yan Mitram Paramanandam, Purnam Brahma Sanatanam. How greatly fortunate are Nanda Maharaj, the cowherd men, and all the other inhabitants of Rajabhumi. There's no limit to their good fortune, because the absolute truth, the source of transcendental bliss, the eternal supreme Brahman, has become their friend. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, after praising the Ragatmaka Vatsalya Prema, or the deep spontaneous parental affection of the Vrajavasis, Brahma glorified those with Sakya Prema, Ragatmaka Sakya Prema, all of those relishing intimate relationships with the Lord. Krishna is the friend, Mitra, but not a temporary friend. Krishna is the eternal friend of Sridham and others. From this eternal friendship, it is also understood that Sridham and others are also eternal. If I make a statement, quote, he is an excellent Brahmin because his Brahminical qualities are excellent, then the person's excellence is also understood. This is philosophy. I'm going to, anyways, I'll explain it. He is an excellent Brahmin because his Brahminical qualities are excellent. Then the person's excellence is also understood. Similarly, in speaking of the eternality of Krishna's friendship, the friends are also understood to be eternal. This must be explained since the word mitra connotes simply an ordinary friend. In other words, point that he's making is their friendship is Krishna's friendship with them, and their friendship with Krishna is also eternal, even though Krishna's described as eternal. All the inhabitants in Vrindavan, ruled by Nanda Maharaj, down to the birds and beasts, were fortunate. What then to speak of Nanda himself and his cowherd men? Who can describe the fortune of those who became the friends of Paramanandam Brahma Sanatanam? It is indescribable. The Gopas themselves say, O Nanda, everyone in Vraj has uncontrollable attraction to your son, and he has natural affection for us. What is the cause? The cause is that Krishna is Purnam Brahma, the complete absolute truth. Therefore, the inhabitants of Vraj give the topmost bliss to Krishna and receive the topmost bliss in return. Witnessing this exchange of love, Lord Brahma repeats the phrase Aho Bhagyam twice to indicate his extreme bliss and astonishment. I'm going to read this verse, the next one, a little bit and speak a little bit about it, and then we'll stop. But the reason why I want to read this verse, because this verse speaks about the senses and how the residents of Braj were getting their senses so completely satisfied. This sounds like, again, mundane human affairs of Krishna's pleasing the senses of his devotees, and his devotees are Krishna's pleasing Krishna's senses. What to speak of pleasing Krishna's senses, not as terms of his opulences of the spiritual world, but pleasing Krishna's senses as a friend or a lover or as a son, which seems to be human-like. And that's why these human-like qualities of Krishna are considered to be the most attractive to the devotees. When his glance, his sidelong glance, the movement of his eyebrows, his exchanges of affection with his devotees, his words, his joking words. Sometimes he may be even speaking strongly. And we've talked about many times in the past of how devotees' friends may speak in insulting ways to one another and to Krishna. They may speak in ways which seems to be very human-like. But on the transcendental platform, it's so relishable. On the mundane platform, it's so entangling, increasingly entangling. Especially sidelong glances, especially lustful glances, especially captivating glances, can really become entangling in the affairs of this world. What to speak of sidelong glances, captivating glances, lusty glances between two lovers who are have no marital relationship whatsoever, or who's already married to somebody else. Very entangling. And yet, these human-like exchanges that Krishna manifests with his loving devotees are the most attractive features which captivate the minds of his devotees who aspire for spontaneous loving affection with Krishna, because it's Krishna. And because it's Krishna, there's never question of lust, there's never question of anger, there's never question of mundane greed, there's never any question of implications that will cause suffering. There's never any question of any of the inebrities which will manifest when such human-like exchanges take place in this world, which cause attachment to this world and cause attachment to the body, which is what which Vasudeva was saying. He was condemning himself that if I'm thinking of you, the Lord, as my son, I'm going to think of myself as a body. And as soon as I think of myself as a body, I'm going to think of senses. And if I think of senses, I'm going to think of enjoying. And this is dangerous. Of course, he was saying that, as Sanatana Goswami said, one reason he said it was because of his natural humility. And what was the other reason he gave? He gave was lamented because he had focused his attention on the idea that the Lord was his son, rather than simply act in affection for him like Sri Nanda and Yasoda. Yeah, that's how he was thinking. In fact, in Jiva Goswami's commentary, he gave that Vasudeva was thinking, I'm enjoying opulences. I'm enjoying the opulences of the Lord as my son. And Nanda and Yasoda are enjoying only the affection they have. And that's it, towards Krishna. Never thinking, this is the Supreme Lord. So Vasudeva was enjoying not only thinking that this is his son, but he's thinking, the Lord is my son. And therefore he had opulences. This Jiva Goswami brings that point out. Whereas Nanda Maharaj and Yasoda, all they were thinking was affectionate relationships with your son. And we've given before the example that when Jasoda saw the demigods throwing flowers from the sky, she was thinking, "Oh, just see how wonderful my son is." She never stopped to question why the demigods throwing flowers. She's just thinking that they even appreciate my son. They're throwing flowers on my son. Never in any moment stopping to think that there might be something divine about her son. That's the nature of her motherly affection. So, anyways, oh yeah, I was going to read the one more verse from the Bhagavatam when it talks about sensuality. Not sensuality in the terms of that we usually think of sensuality of lust in terms of for the opposite sex, but sensuality here simply, this verse speaks about how their senses are becoming stimulated and extremely stimulated by Krishna in all aspects of his divine form, aspects of not only of his divine form and seeing him, but aspects of the sound, different senses. And this is a very nice explanation that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives in this next verse. And I thought I would just read this also. We'll end with this verse. This is text 33 of 10th canto, Lord Brahma's prayers. Esham tu bhagya mahimat chutatavad ashtam ekadasaiva hivayam bhata bhuri bhaga etadrishika chashakaya asakrit pabama savhadayo grudyaja madvamrita savam te. Yet even though the extent of the good fortune of these residents of Vrindavan is inconceivable, we 11 presiding deities of the various senses, headed by Lord Shiva, are also most fortunate, because the senses of these devotees of Vrindavan are the cups through which we repeatedly drink the nectarian, intoxicating beverage of the honey of your lotus feet. So essentially what Lord Brahma is saying here in this verse is that they're relishing you with all of their senses. And we're demigods. And demigods are also in charge of the various senses. So we're getting an opportunity to relish through their senses what they're relishing. They're taking in through the cups of their ears and their other senses. And this is all going to be explained. But essentially, this is what Lord Brahma is saying. The inhabitants of Brhad have also made us, the demigods, most fortunate. Brahma is praying. What to speak of the fortune of the Vrajavasis? We have also become fortunate. Who can describe it? The demigods like Shiva and I, who are the 11 deities in charge of the senses. Now he's going to go on to explain about the senses of the different senses and how each sense has a predominating deity. So, who are the 11 deities in charge of the senses have become most fortunate. Through the senses of the Vrajavasis, we have tasted the extremely intoxicating nectar of the sweet sound of Krishna's ankle bells. So, just as they're tasting, relishing with their ears the sound of Krishna's ankle bells, we're also getting to experience that. In this way, Brahma expresses his determination to see, hear, touch, taste, smell, sing about, and massage the Lord. In other words, the senses. Hear, touch, taste, smell, tongue, sing, massage the Lord. Besides the 10 senses, there is the mind, intelligence, false ego, consciousness, and their presiding deities. Of these 14, the genital and anus are rejected as lowly. Vasudeva, Krishna, is the presiding Lord of consciousness. Excluding these three leaves the 11 senses and their presiding deities. Therefore, Brahma prays. We, the 11 presiding deities of the senses, are experiencing Krishna's sweetness through the 11 senses of the inhabitants of Brhad. Going to get a little technical. I'll try to explain it. Something else should be mentioned, should be considered here. The sun, moon, demigods, men and animals, all the other entities of the spiritual world are Satchidananda, eternal, full of bliss and knowledge. The material sun, moon, and demigods are all expansions of the spiritual prototypes. We've talked about this before. There are the demigods who are eternally situated in the spiritual world, and the demigods in this world are simply prototypes of the demigods in the spiritual world who don't have administrative functions in the spiritual world. They're just simply serving Leela. But the demigods in the material world, they're serving administrative functions. One of the administrative functions they serve is they're in charge of the various senses of the living entities who have accepted material bodies, of which, of course, the Brajavasis are not. So someone might say, or someone might challenge, how are the demigods relishing what the Brajavasis are relishing? Because they're not relishing with material senses, and the demigods are not in charge of their senses. Their senses are completely spiritual, Satchidananda senses. So this is the point that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is addressing here in this commentary, that we should not be confused by Lord Brahma's statements in this way, but it is simply meant to help us understand the sweetness. And probably this is the most important point to extract. The sweetness which the residents of Braj experience through their senses, with hearing the sound of the ankle bells, sound of the flute, hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, glorifying or using their tongue to speak about Krishna, touching Krishna's body, such as the cowherd boyfriends when they're playing with Krishna in the pasturing ground. They're all running to Krishna's. Who will be able to be the first to touch Krishna? And they compete in this way. I will touch him first. No, I will touch him first. And they're all experiencing great pleasure by getting the opportunity to be the first to touch Krishna. So there's a certain sweetness. Yeah. We oftentimes speak about Krishna's sweetness and how he is Kamadevaya. He can satisfy. He is the transcendental Cupid. He can satisfy all, in the Gayatri mantra, Pushpa Banaya, who with the flower arrows, with the transcendental Cupid, fires the flower arrows, which of course captivate the minds of his devotees and defeat all of their senses. The sense of hearing, the sense of touch, the sense of taste. All of these ways, Krishna is firing his arrows by his glance, by the fragrance of his body, by his attractive features of his beautiful body. In this way, that all the senses are becoming totally captivated by his the transcendental Cupid. There's a nice example, though, which is given that that someone may be hearing that the transcendental Kamadev, there's a transcendental Kamadev, but then there's also Kamadev who is Cupid, who also fires his arrows. So someone may say, well, Cupid is firing his flower arrows, but flowers are harmless. Why should I be worried about a flower arrow? What harm can a flower arrow do? But actually, if somebody foolishly thinks this way about Kamadev, the ordinary Cupid, and thinks that I shouldn't be so worried about these flowers of getting my senses attracted by sound, taste, and touch, by the mundane Cupid. If he minimizes the effect of this Cupid, then he's in danger. So, therefore, Krishna is the transcendental Kamadev, because he can attract the senses in a way that nobody else can attract. And by his glance, by his form, by the sound of his flute, by the fragrance of his body, by the touch of his body, his broad chest. In this way, he's attracting others. So this is, of course, the essence of what's being spoken about, is that all these Rajabasis, they're relishing Krishna with their transcendental senses. They're giving Krishna's senses transcendental pleasure. Krishna has greed. He's so greedy, he wants to taste and relish the milk from his mothers. And they're so greedy, they want to give Krishna that pleasure of offering their milk. And therefore, that's why Krishna agreed to become their son, so he could satisfy their desires, which they wanted so much to offer. So there's these human-like exchanges are what Gopakumara is explaining, or excuse me, Narada Muni is explaining in this section of Brhad Bhagavatamrita, which makes Krishna's pastimes all the much more attractive, and which makes Uddhava all the much more qualified. And this is, of course, Narada Muni's argument. He makes Uddhava all the much more qualified because he's thinking in this human-like way, because he's a very close associate of the Lord. Not only is a very close associate of the Lord, but he has friendly dealings with the Lord. Not only dealings of servant, but close friendship dealings, so friendly and so intimate that Krishna even chooses him to go to Braj. So these are all Narada Muni's arguments which are leading up to making the point very clear that you, Uddhava, please, this boy, Gopakumar, he needs to hear about this special, unique place, and stop speaking as if you're not qualified. Out of your humility, you're speaking that way. But can you please let him hear what he needs to hear? This is what he's hankering for. This is what he wants to hear. You give it to him, and I will be so happy. That's what these verses are leading up to. And And I think next verse, Gopakumar will continue by saying, after saying this, the sage was overwhelmed by the weight of love and swept up in various ecstatic transformations. He remained silent a while. Then he spoke to me again because he saw that I was troubled and keen for his instructions. So that's next verse. We'll stop there. And we can take a little time to chant together. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Siddhi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. I just got a question from an email in an email, and I'm not sure if you're still there. Yes, you're still there. If you read the continued, I didn't go into those details in the commentary. They're there in the commentary that will explain on this point. And it got very, as I said, technical. So I chose to stay away from the technical explanation for the sake of expanding on the sweetness of the words spoken by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the commentary. But I believe if you read the rest of the commentary to 10, 14, 33, I'm pretty sure your question will be covered. If it's not, then you can send me another email. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinda. Hare Krishna, thank you very much, dear devotees. We will end here. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. We have class tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock for Russian-speaking devotees, and next Saturday at 4:45 p.m. for English. And Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Jai Shri Krishna Gadadhara Srivastava Gaura
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Ram 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 Hare Ram
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Rama Rama
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Hare